Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? I'm the Friend, and welcome to the very first episode of my Path of Exile playthrough. And we are here in the Perandus League, just so you guys know right off the bat. And we are going to be attempting to play through the game as the Duelist. And we'll be going as the Gladiator for our Ascendancy. But we're going to get into the build a little bit more later once I get to town. First off, we're just gonna, well, make our way to town. So let's get going. We're gonna pick up this sword right away, talk to the dying exile, and he gets eaten, unfortunately, and we kill it and get our first skill. So if you're new to this game, skills work a little bit differently than they do in other games, such as Diablo 2, which is a game that I played here on my channel, as well as a pretty basic form of action RPG. It's it's one of the first that kind of made the series what it is, or the genre way it is, I guess. But we got our first skill here, and it is double strike, and essentially it does is pretty much what it says it does. It hits twice. Not too exciting, not the skill that we're going to be using through the game, but it'll get us through until well, until we get to town. We're not going to even use it much beyond this point. We're going to use a different skill for leveling. Going to have to use some potions here. There we go. And just to kind of talk about what I'm going to be doing here for this playthrough, I will be playing as a Reave. I'll be using the skill Reave, and we're going to go with Duelist like I mentioned earlier. And I like the Duelist. Like, it's not by any means necessarily the best Ascendancy to go with for the Duelist, or even for a Reave build in general. A lot of people go with Raider. But anyways, let's just make our way through this first area. And what we gotta do is just make our way up the coastline, take down Brutus, who is kind of the mini-boss of the area, and just make our way to town. And for those of you that are curious, this game isn't necessarily, there are a lot of walkthroughs for this game. A lot of them are guides, and kind of my goal for this series isn't necessarily to, show off what the story is behind the game, like the, what the plot line is and all that. My goal is to show off how the build that I'm going for progressed through the game, as well as how to complete the various quests. So it's more of a guide than a let's play per se. Though there are let's play elements that I'll be using, I suppose. But it's more of a walkthrough, I guess, with commentary. But let's just keep making our way up this first area here. And I'm not really picking up any gear. You've probably noticed that. That's because I don't really care about the gear in this area. I have gear in town that I'll be using. I don't really need to pick anything up because I'm just going to get rid of it. So it's just whatever. And I did actually level up here, so I will put that point somewhere momentarily. Just take down these guys. Open up this, and for the most part, we are going to be making our way through here, around here, and picking up points down here. I'm not going to go over it right now, like I said, but I will pick up this first point right here. We're going to be going this way and picking up a little bit more attack damage. Alright, let's keep going here. I see that shield there, but I'm not going to pick it up because I just don't need it for right now. Although, if you are curious, I will be using a shield throughout this build. It is not a dual wield build. It is a sword and board build, and looks like our skill leveled up. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. And we got oh, Hillock. What did I call him earlier? Did I call him Brutus? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, let's take down Hillock here. And he should be going down here very soon. Oh, I'll pick up that shabby jerkin. And I don't really need any of this stuff. I'll just sell it. I don't need the currency, but it's whatever. All right, so let's make our way into Lionized Watch. All right, here we are in Lionized Watch, and make our way to our essentially people that are going to be giving us quests. Talk to Nessa here. Get quests from her, get quests from this guy, and get quests from that guy, as well as picking up another skill. So we can get Cleave, Molten Strike, or Shrapnel Shot. We're going to be going with Cleave for right now. It is going to be our leveling up skill for this early part of the game. There are better choices that you could choose for sure, but I'm going to go with Cleave, but it is because it is the most similar skill to the skill that I will be using throughout the game, which is Reave. So Cleave is pretty similar in the way it is used. We're just going to get rid of Double Strike. Get out of here. Destroy. Alright, so we're going to get rid of that. Let's talk to Nessa actually really quick and just sell this stuff. I'm not going to identify it because it's not worth using identify scroll on. Alright, so looks like I got all my currency here. But like I did say earlier, I do have a lot of the gear that I will be using throughout the playthrough here already in my stash for the most part. We're going to throw this guy on, throw these gloves on, and throw this on. And I do have a Tabula's here. I realize that, and I could use it, but honestly, this build does not require you to use a Tabula's early game at all. Like, it's absolutely not necessary. You can for like a little bit more damage, but it's absolutely not necessary. And personally, I prefer a little bit more defense because it is a melee build. We're going to put these guys on and call that good. Actually, let's go ahead and throw this on. Call that good for right now. Oh yeah, and this. It is a little bit better sword, so we'll go ahead and throw that on and just get rid of that. And I have his shield actually somewhere. I thought I had a shield somewhere that I can't. Well, there we go. Now I can wear it. So I do got a shield here. So I'm missing a few spots here, but I'm going to go over my build a little bit here, and there are going to be links in the description to the build that I will be going with. And for essentially what the weapon that I'm going to be using that kind of centers around this build is the Varanastra sword, and it is a sword that was introduced, I believe, in this league, that has a special property that allows it to count for all one-handed weapons. So what that means is that it will get bonuses from claws, daggers, and swords. So if I get Deadly Dilatant, these abilities, it will apply for each one of those. So I'll get plus 12, plus 12, plus 12. So I'll get for each one of those with the Varanastra sword. So again, with attack speed, and with physical damage. So I'm going to get it 3 times. 3 times. And we're also going to be going over here and getting by the blade as well. And again, the build is going to be in the description, but essentially what we're going to be doing for the early part here is making our way, getting this life, heading back over this way, getting this damage, grabbing this, and we will make our way this way at some point, but I don't think I'll be getting it right away. Going to make our way down this way and get our shield, our sword and board stuff here. Then making our way down here, getting our sword and board stuff again. We're going to get a frenzy, +1 to frenzy. And we're actually going to be getting a majority of this stuff, though we're going to spec out of it later on. It is just going to be really nice to have early game, have that extra mana leech and extra life leech, but we will spec out of most of it later on in the game. Then we will be making our way this way, picking up, we're going to pick up some of this stuff, but not early game. We're going to pick that up late game, make our way up this way, and we want to get over to get by the blade. So we're going to make our way up this way, picking up this life and armor and the life over this way as well. Then make our way over here, through here, up this way and pick up this stuff. By the time that happens, we will probably start making our way up this way. We do want to grab another frenzy charge over here and some more life. This life is very, very beneficial. Definitely picking up these guys, and then start picking up these guys as well. And pick up, then, like I said, pick up these guys late game. These guys over here as well. We could pick up the sword stuff as well, but I prefer getting these just because it has a little bit more damage. And there's a little bit of variation that you can do with this build. You can get a little bit more block chance, block chance over here as well. And see, some more over here. It is a little bit, what you prefer. There's room for change in this build. I'll put it that way. But if you want to go by what I have exactly in those links down below, go ahead and go with that. But I'm going to be kind of feeling my way through the course of the game and pick up what I feel I need. Also picking up a jewel socket. I think I forgot to mention that. But that is that, and I have a Varanasser stored somewhere in here, but it's not the one I'll be using. I have two, actually. Here's one right here. This is the Varanasser stored. I actually have a better one on a different character, but I do have two of them. Haha. And let's see. I don't have my 6th link in here right now. It's on a different character. But it is a very low cost build. We don't really use too many unique items. We're going to be using a pair of boots that gives us frenzy charges, and we're going to be using Lionized Tower Shield. I forget what it's called. Lionized Tower Shield. We're going to be using that, and that's essentially it for our uniques. Everything else is going to be rare items that gives us resistances and defense and +2 to damage. And that's going to be pretty much it. That is our build in a very general sense, what we're going for throughout this entire playthrough. And I am going to be ending things here for today, I believe. I'll be taking on the next quest, or the first quest, I guess, in the next episode. But like I said, we're going to end things here. So if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, advice, go ahead and leave those in the comment section. If you'd like to stay up to date with what I'm doing with my Path of Exile playthrough, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would also appreciate it if you went to my Facebook page, my Twitch page, and follow me over there. But until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all next time.